John, what's going on with this case?
Your Honor, there was a motion for early termination status report filed, and it was denied. The state opposed the early term. It appears that Mr. Casablanca is not submitting his urinalysis, and he's not paying any of his fees.
All right, so Mr. Casablanca, why are you not submitting your UA?
I don't have money.
So when you're drug tested,
I get $150 a month. That's all I get. I don't have any money. Like, I did the classes she asked me because that's all I could afford. Literally, I get $150 a month because child support takes the rest of it. Right now, I'm fighting for my VA. I got wounded in Iraq. I got shot in my leg and my buttocks. I'm fighting for my VA benefits because when the case first started, it started as a felony. And they canceled my benefits because of the fact that it was a felony case. Until February 17th is my last thing for the VA to dispute my thing because it's not a felony charge. It's a misdemeanor charge. So I have to get my checks back.
all right, so here's my question. When you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
CBD. I'm not going to lie. CBD because I don't take
All right, so
meds.
why are you, here's the thing, people find money for things that they shouldn't find money for. I always tell people, if it's important, you treat it like it's important. So you're gonna get drug tested today, and we're gonna see what the results are.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not getting off of probation early
Okay.
because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Now, if you can find money for CBD oil and all of that, you can find money for your drug testing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if too much money is being taken out of your check for child support, then you need to get another job.
I can't get a job. I'm wounded from Iraq. Like literally, I got shot in my leg and my buttocks. If I try to get a job, I get in trouble for all the payment that they've already given me. They're gonna file a back pay for it. That's the only reason
See,
I
I don't
can't work.
understand. And here's the thing, I respect the military. Majority of my family members have been in military. I don't understand the fact that someone is shot in the leg, that they get benefits. That means they don't work anymore. I don't understand that. I don't understand who someone gets shot in the butt, gets benefits, they don't work anymore. I can understand the government saying, okay, we're going to give you benefits for this, but we will also allow you to work. But you're getting drug tested today, and we're going to see what the results are going to be. And if there is something in the drug test other than what you've told me, a motion to revoke is going to be filed.
That's fine.
In addition, Your Honor, he's documented as a home gang member. However, he has declined and said that he's not affiliated with the gang, And so because of the documentation, probation is asking that you amend for the gang ISP unit. And other issues that the probation officer is claiming that she's having is that he tends to become very upset and displays emotional instability when she tries to talk to him about his conditions, very disrespectful, and so forth.
Why are you being disrespectful?
Ma'am, I hung up on her one time because they
That's
came.
disrespectful.
Yeah, because they came and like my mom was outside and cops jumped out with guns in their hands. And they're like, well, where's Antonio? Where's Antonio? Because they think a red truck is mine. Because I was sitting in the red truck. The first time they came, I was sitting in the red truck cleaning it. It's my dad's work truck. When they came, they caught me in the red truck. They think it's mine. It's not my truck. They can run the VIN. My truck is a
No,
Ford
here's the
Flex
thing. Let me
that's
just tell you what
broken.
you're doing. You are answering questions that I have not asked. So I want you to listen to the question that I'm asking you, and I want an answer for it. You understand?
Yes.
So number one, are you a gang member?
No, ma'am.
So why do they have you documented?
They have me down affiliated as a gang member because they say this is the Alamo and it's the White House, ma'am. Look, it's the White House. It's not the Alamo. It's the White House. I don't have no gang affiliate. I can show you all my tattoos. I don't have no gang
Why are you
affiliated
tattooing
tattoos.
the White House? Like
Because
that?
my last name is Casablanca, ma'am, and if you translate it in English, it's White House.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Anybody, any other Casablancas here who are tattooing White House on their, I still don't understand.
That's the only reason, ma'am. I can show you all my tattoos.
I already, and I know
I've never
what
been
Casa means.
I've never
and I
been
know
to
what Blanca
prison.
means.
I've never been to prison. How would I be in a gang if I've never been to prison? Like,
Oh, there are plenty of people who are in gangs who've never been to prison.
that's a gang, that's a prison gang. Like,
Mm, No, they have people in prison who are documented gang members with that gang, but then they have people who are not in prison who are documented gang
well,
members.
I'm not a gang member. I like I said, it's the White House. Y'all can check it. It's not the Alamo. They keep thinking it's the Alamo. That's why it got put down as that, but it's not an Alamo, man.
Whoever tattooed that White House, that is not a good depiction.
It
It's
was a
missing
long
some.
time ago. Like, it's actually just covering my ex-wife's name. That's why I put it there, really, but
Well,
it's
that's
not.
another thing I always tell people, the
It's
only
not
people's
a
names
gang
you should
affiliation
tattoo on your
tattoo.
body are maybe your children and your mom, because your mom will always love you and your children, you're always supposed to love them. You're gonna do a UA today. You're gonna stop being disrespectful to probation officers. You're not gonna be hanging up on probation officers. Otherwise, I'm gonna hang up on you with a motion to revoke. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I want him to do his UA today, and then we're gonna see what the results are gonna be. And then based upon those results, we'll see where we're going with this. But yes, he is going to be on gang supervision. All right, Mr. Marshall. You're supposed to be going to ISF. What is the issue for you?
For sure, it's the ISO that I want to send me to. They did me bad over there, and I don't feel safe over there.
What does that mean they did you bad?
I was jumped over there myself, and I don't feel safe.
All right, when did this happen? Has he ever been sent to ISF?
He was sentenced to local ISF on December 9th of 2022. But we're not trying to send him to local ISF. Currently, we're trying to send him to state ISF.
All right, because the court didn't receive any report. Did you file a report?
No, I did. No, it was my fault.
All right, so where we are is you need to go to ISF. So that's where you're going to be going, and I'm sending you to ISF, not because of, punishment. It's because you need ISF. It's either that or motion to revoke. That's where we are. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you not doing what you need to do since you've been on probation? Because you're looking at 20 years prison.
I'm not doing what I need to do. It's just I haven't reported.
I'm sorry, what?
Because I didn't report.
Yeah, that's a big problem. And I can't have people on probation who are not reporting. I mean, after you do ISF, you're supposed to go back to Harris County. So, I mean, you can sign the conditions to go to ISF. If you don't want to sign the conditions to go to ISF, what will end up happening is the motion to revoke will be filed. I'll hear it. And if everything is in correct order, I'll find it to be true. And then either you will be revoked or you won't be revoked. If you're revoked, the range of punishment is up to 20 years in prison. And this is an aggravated case. So whatever time, if you were to receive time, you'd have to do half the time, calendar time before you're eligible for parole.
So I got a question.
Yes.
I understand you want to go to ISL. Is there any way that I can get a GPS and go back home?
No, because here's the problem. Not only do I have that with you, I have, previously that you picked up new number ones. This is not your first time before me. Like in October 4th, there was a reporting issue. And December 9th, there was a issue of reporting. I mean, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't understand why you're not doing it. I don't understand why you're picking up new cases. And the state didn't go on those cases. They ended up dismissing them in return for a plea. But you keep picking up new cases and you're not reporting.
Just 1 second.
So I don't know why you're not reporting.
It was the current reason was I didn't have transportation.
Well, no, that's no excuse. You pick up the phone and say, I have no transportation. You just haven't been reporting. And this is not the first time that you've not reported. the problem is, and I don't consider it a problem, but people have to realize that there are consequences for action. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if people stop doing that with their children where, hey, you do something you're not supposed to do, there's a consequence for it, or either they just blow it off. But in here, you're on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You could get up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And whatever time you get, if I were to sentence you to 10 years, you'd have to do 5 years flat before you're eligible for parole. So there are consequences for your actions. You didn't report the first time. I amended your conditions and didn't revoke you. You didn't report again. I don't know what you don't understand about not reporting. And your excuses that you're giving to me are not sufficient.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if there's some issue with transportation, if there's some other issue, you pick up the phone and call your probation officer. In this court, I always tell everybody, communication is key. That's why I'm telling you, the reason why I'm sending you to ISF is because this is the second time you have not been following the court's rules. Now, if you don't want to go to ISF and don't want to sign, then what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And if everything is in proper order, I'm going to sign it. And then we're going to hear a motion to revoke. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you wish to do?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Then go ahead, sir.
All right. And if there's an issue with ISS, all you have to do is tell somebody. And guess what? If there's an issue at ISF that happens, guess what? They send that to me and I take care of it. All right. So he will sign. Is there any other issues you have? Do you still have family in Harris County? Is that where you wish to be?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so after he finishes with ISF, just transfer him back to Harris County. And who are you going to be staying with there?
My mother.
All right, you need to do better for your mom, at least. Don't do it for me. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your mom. All right.